Okay, second grade, we are going to be creating this beautiful fish project. Now, I'm not done with this because I'm going to show you the rest, so I wanted to leave some blank. But we are going to create this beautiful fish project. We will be using ink daubers. Remember these, very, very, very important tools that we have to be very careful with, or they will make a huge mess. We will be using chalks to create the background color, and we will be using fluorescent oil pastels to create the patterns inside of the fish. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw out the three fish. And you kind of want a little variety of fish. So we're going to do this step by step. It's really, really simple. We're going to do this step by step, but we want three fish. And I kind of like how they go in different directions. So I have one in this direction, and you can do it however you want. You can have two in the same direction and then one in another direction, but I want some variety. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to make that elliptical shape. But what we're going to do is we're going to come to the top, and you actually want to go from almost to the end to the other end. You don't want your fish too little. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and put a dot here. And you also want some room for the arch because we're going to be doing an arch. And we're going to go ahead and put a dot here. This way I know I need to bring my little arch all the way to the end of the paper. All right, so you're going to create like a rainbow arch all the way to the other dot. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the bottom, but we're going to do just the opposite. But what I need you to do is leave an open spot because we're going to actually add something there. So we're not going to connect it. We're just going to come to about right here. Let's go ahead and put a dot. And right where the other dot is, we're going to put a dot. Okay. So now I need to swing. Now I'm doing like a U. Now I'm doing like a big wide U. That is more like a rainbow arch. Now we're doing a U. From dot to dot. Now, depending on which way you want your fish, I think I want my tail this way. So I'm going to go ahead and add his tail, and what you're going to do is you're going to slant back, almost like you're creating a V here. You're going to slant down. So you're slanting up, slanting back down, and then you're going to connect both of those lines, and that's going to give you that really nice little fishtail. Now the lips, if I want his mouth open, all I'm going to do is I'm going to slant back. It's almost like I'm setting a sideways V inside of his mouth. I'm going to slant back and slant forward. You see the V? Okay. Now I'm going to add a big circle for the eye and a pupil. Okay, now I'm going to do another fish, and I'm going to do him going in this direction, but the elliptical is the same. So I'm going to put a dot here, I'm going to put a dot here, and I'm going to do an arch. I'm going to put a dot here. I want those open spaces. A dot here, and I'm going to do a U. Okay, now I want his mouth on this side, so I'm going to draw his tail here. Again, you're going to slant up, slant down, and connect it. Now this time, I want some different lips. I actually want a backwards 3. That's silly lips on a fish. I kind of like it. Okay, big eye, pupil. Again, I think this one I want a skinnier fish. So I'm going to put my dots way on each side of the page. That's going to give me that guide so I don't make my fish too little. I'm going to arch up. And now I kind of want a little thinner fish. So I'm just going to do a really shallow U. I'm just going to do a little dip right here. Let me put my dots. Keep it open. That's a little bit skinnier fish. All right, and then I think I want this one facing, let's see. Yeah, I think I want him facing this way again. That's some more variety. And you can do whatever kind of mouth you want on your fish. I think I want his mouth open again, but maybe I want it further in. Maybe I want a deeper V, make it look more like a whale fish. All right, slant out, slant down. And that's okay. Like mine's kind of coming off the page, and that's okay. And connect it. And I need my big O eyeball and a pupil. All right, so now that I have my fish, we are going to add color. So we're going to go to carpet while this dries so that you can watch the second step. All right, so this is very important today. You are actually going to have one of these, and this is to clean your finger. We will be doing lots of blending with chalk, so this is going to be for you to rub and clean your finger before you go into another color. So you will have one of those, and you're also going to have a tissue. And the tissue, I'm just going to lay down to keep that chalk from getting all over where I don't want it. So this is just to kind of cover up everything else so the chalk doesn't get all messy into the other fish. So because I've already done this fish, I think I'm going to put my tissue right up there. So I don't want that getting all messed up. Okay. Now, when we're blending chalks, it is just like paint. Colors that blend really well are analogous. Colors that don't blend very well are complementaries and secondary colors. If you have two secondaries, they don't blend, or complementaries. So to keep it, what we're going to do is just to be on the safe side. All warm colors blend nicely and all cool colors blend nicely. So what I want to do is, I actually want my fish, I want all of my fish warm colors, because my background, I want cool colors because of the blue water. So all of my fish, I'm going to make little different patches. If you notice, I have different colors, different patches of warm colors. So that's what we're going to do. And so what I'm going to do, let's see, put my tissue, let's see, if I have my box here, I'm going to put my tissue down here so I don't get it on my other fish. Okay. So I'm going to use warm colors, and remember, pink is one of those warm colors because it is red with white in it. So I'm going to do a section of its tail, and if you notice, I actually put my chalk on its belly. Okay, this is the less messy way to do this. I'm going to put it on its belly, and I'm just going to kind of just gently rub. Now, you can't hardly see that because of the lighting, but it is a beautiful pink. And then maybe I want red. And again, if I use all warm colors, I don't have to look at my chart on analogous colors because they're all analogous, all warm colors. All right, and then let's see. Maybe I want an orange patch here. Again, do you see how I'm just kind of rubbing just a little bit? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm just gently rubbing. This chalk comes off very easily. And maybe I want a yellow here, a little yellow patch. You can do this however you want. And maybe I want an orange patch, or this is red. Maybe I want a red patch here. And maybe I want some pink. You see, I'm just kind of I'm just kind of brushing some color on, and that's okay. I have a lot of blue behind it. That's okay. I can have those spaces. And maybe I want a yellow eye. And because that's such a small space, I can't put it on its belly. I'm just going to rub a little bit of chalk in that eye. Now, I'm going to clean my hands on this paper. This is lovely because it's really going to take off all that extra chalk, so you don't, look at that, that would have gotten in your beautiful colors. So you want to kind of clean your fingers. And I'm going to pick a spot. I think I'm going to start back here at the tail, and I'm gently going to rub. Now, because all of these are analogous colors, I could totally go ahead and rub into the pink, but then it's going to take away my pretty pink color. It's going to make it more red pink. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my finger before I go into that pink, because I want to keep my really bright pink color. Now here, I can absolutely blend that on up into the red. That's what's so beautiful about blending these chalks. That's perfectly fine. Now I can take that pink and go up into the red. Okay, I'm going to clean my finger. Go into this yellow. You usually probably want to go into your darker colors first and then do your lighter ones. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to clean my finger. I'm going to really make sure I get all the way around. and blend over that blue paper. I don't want a lot of that blue to show through. And I like this look because it almost looks transparent, translucent, or see-through. So I like that. It's just a really pretty, bright, see-through look. Okay, I'm going to clean my finger. And now you get what we're doing here. Okay, and go into that red. Now I don't want to use my red finger and go into the, I'm going to lose my yellow. So I want to really make sure I wipe that finger. Or I could even use a different finger, and that's okay too. Now I can do that yellow eye. Okay, so I can go back over it. Just see some spots where I want to blend some color if I miss some blue. And I like that. I like the way that fish looks. Okay, and you're going to do that with all of your fish. You're going to do the same thing with your background. If you notice, I changed to my cool colors, purples, blues, and greens to do my background. All of those colors will blend well. So you are perfectly fine using any of the blues, any of the values of greens, blues, light blue, dark blue, any of those. And even though this is blue paper, I can still use blue on it because it's not the exact value of blue. Again, I'm going to clean my finger and rub. All right. Now this is probably all we're going to get to today because this is going to take us a while to get this done. This is a pretty large piece of paper and I want you to take your time on this. When you are done getting all your chalk laid on your paper, you are to bring this to the back counter and throw your tissue away. You can throw your little construction paper away that you use to clean your fingers. And you may get a wipe and read a book quietly. All right, have fun.